Well, hello. We've unlocked a new spot today for filming. I went on a walk this morning and I decided that I just wanted to take my camera with me. You know when you have like good shower thoughts? I get those on walks sometimes. Like I'll be planning my life and thinking of other things while I'm on walks, and I wanted to make this video specifically to just talk about some of the things that have been on my mind as far as like health, wellness, fitness, like what that really means, what it means to me. And for anyone that has followed me from the very beginning, you know that my intro into the internet was sort of doing recipes and keto stuff and sharing my progress in that way. And that very quickly, I guess not quickly, kind of a slow transition into like, hey, maybe I don't want to do that forever. Maybe this isn't content that's going to inspire me for however long I stay online. I've definitely mentioned it before that trying out low carb for a period in my life was super helpful. It taught me a lot about nutrition, and it definitely got me to like a good place with where I am now with like my body and how I nourish it. So even though it wasn't a permanent change in my life, I definitely learned a lot from it, and I'm grateful that it was part of my life for a chapter. I don't want that to ever be like a confusing thing, because I know sometimes online with influencers and content creators and people that we look up to online, or even people that we enjoy watching, it can be confusing sometimes, because sometimes we'll see people doing this or supporting a certain brand and then they say something else about it or something contradictory, and it can just be confusing, especially because most people that watch people online don't know them in person, so we don't really know what the truth is or what their intentions are. And I feel like I'm really open and transparent with what I'm doing with my life, because I do feel such comfort in making YouTube videos and having this small little community and like hanging out with you guys all the time. When it comes to food, when it comes to nutrition, I'm always open to learning new things and hearing what other people are trying. I've talked about it a little bit before on this channel as well as on my podcast, but you know, when you're someone like me that feel like they've chronically dieted since they were like 11 years old, you kind of get to the point where you're like, what is my relationship with food? What is my relationship with nutrition and wellness and nourishing my body? Like, what is it? That's like been my goal this whole year. I feel like 2022 has been such a year of me focusing less on other buzzwords and more just like on how am I feeling? Do I feel good? Do I feel well? Even aside from like myself and like physical appearance, like even the people I'm hanging out with, do I feel good when I hang out with certain people? Do I feel bad? Do I feel stressed? Do I feel anxious? Because I think for so long I kind of assumed that doing a certain thing or wearing certain clothes or hanging out with certain people that I would expect a feeling, or I feel like that's what leads to like disappointment and anxiety and just, I don't know if any of this is making sense, but I have focused so much more this year specifically, and I want to continue it because it's been going really well for me, is like, how are things making me feel? And I guess if we bring that back to like nutrition and food, it's like, how are these foods making me feel? Doesn't mean I'm ever gonna stop eating at Chick-fil-A, doesn't mean I'm ever gonna stop having ice cream with my friends, but I know that like if I do those kinds of things every single day, they don't necessarily make me feel great. They don't make me feel my best. Do I feel bloated? Do I feel uncomfortable? Do I feel just like kind of sluggish? I've even mentioned it like more recently in some of my cooking videos. I've talked about like, hey, if you guys want to know more of like what I'm eating now and what I'm doing, let me know. And to answer that question, it's literally just about like adding things to my plate, adding more colors and new vegetables, new fruit. As I've talked about before, like when you take away your favorite things and you take away your favorite components of life, whether that be food or like other things, when you take them away or you quit them cold turkey, it can be hard to feel like motivated or excited or even enjoyable. So it's like, instead of just taking away these things, I'm just like adding to it and focusing so much less on like my macros, my calories, my this, because that's a whole other story for a whole other video, but just obsessing over my life in different times in my life on how many calories am I eating? How many calories do I have left? Am I hitting my protein goal? Am I hitting my fat goal? Am I hitting this? Am I hitting... Like, that is just too much. It's just eating foods that make me feel good for majority of the time and still indulging in the things that I love that maybe don't make me feel the best all the time, because balance, right? Things can't be good all the time in life. Is there dirt on my butt? Probably. I'm not gonna lie. I do love the outdoors, but sitting on the grass when it's like a little bit wet, maybe not the move. My butt's a little wet now. It's a beautiful day, guys. I literally, fall, I swear, I have reverse seasonal depression. I'm like miserable in the summer when it's hot and awful. I feel so much happier in the fall. So much happier. It's cool. I can wear a sweater. The leaves are changing. Makes me so happy. So happy. Something else that has really helped me, I feel, be consistent sort of in my own like journey to health and being better, I guess, is just doing my best with consistency. And that doesn't have to be like this insane workout schedule and eat clean schedule and like all this stuff, but just being consistent when I can be. So like even when I get the opportunity to just go on like a 10-minute walk around the block, if I can hop on my desk treadmill like while I'm working, like that has been so amazing. Anything counts. And I think for me, for so long, I was hard on myself about like, if I'm not sweating, if I'm not working out super hard, if I'm not doing like a 30, 45, 1 hour workout, then it doesn't count. I don't know what in the diet culture put that in my head, but like that's not true. Like a 10-minute walk, 10 minutes of even like stretching, doing yoga, like anything is so much better than just nothing. But not to say that nothing is bad. You just don't want to do nothing all of the time. It's really easy to get fooled by what's online, especially like I think specifically on TikTok, what like health and wellness looks like on TikTok, calculated what I eat in a days and like come work out with me for a day, or like here's a day in my life. Like that doesn't have to be what wellness actually is. Like wellness doesn't even have to be drinking green juices and doing things. It's like doing what fits best in your life, because everybody is so different. Everybody has different like nutritional needs and like mental health needs, and even like having the physical ability to engage in certain activities or exercises or things. Like, do you need more time to rest and sit? Maybe you have a chronic illness. Maybe you have something that limits your physical capabilities. Like, everyone has such different needs. I really do love centering my content around fitness and health and wellness and so many other things. The best part about like figuring out what like your health journey is or what is important to you is figuring out just that, like what's important to you. Finding those little moments from other creators and putting them into your own life and seeing like how well they work with your routine, with your family, with your schedule, with like how busy you are. That's the beauty of it. And I think that's where you can take elements and then make them your own. Wellness for me goes in so many different categories, even down to like my hair care, my skincare, my like oral hygiene, wearing clothes and outfits and things that make me feel my best too. Working in healthcare and seeing so many people just being admitted and they have just the longest list of problems and diagnosis and illnesses and impairment. They're just so sick because they have so much wrong with them, like heart failure, problems with their liver, diabetes, obesity, like they have just so much going on. And I get it. Not every single ailment or impairment is directly because of someone's actions. There are some things that are directed by like lifestyle choices, but some things are out of our control. So I would never sit here and be like, oh, well, this person is this thing because they did this. You only get one body like your entire life, and try not to have a super long list of ailments and things that are wrong with me or things that, impact my health or make things in my day-to-day harder or make me sicker. And again, I'm not putting it as an umbrella term. Like I'm not saying, oh, if you just exercise and eat well, like all your problems are gone. You guys know that's not, I don't think like that at all. I will never sit here and say that. Even things like mental health, like I would never say like, if you just exercise, your depression would go away. BFFR. They're beneficial, but they don't just like, that's just a little band-aid. So for some examples of things that I, like little changes I've been making here and there. So you guys know I do my best to be as environmentally friendly as I can. I like to bring my reusable containers to work, try to eliminate my single-use plastic. Don't look at the coffee I literally just bought that's in a single-use plastic cup. See, like for example, I can't be perfect all the time, but doing the best that I can when I can. So some other things, like just doing my best to eliminate like how much plastic I feel like I'm consuming and utilizing, just because plastic is in literally everything and it actually is kind of crazy and concerning. I try to store even like my fruits, veggies, leftovers in glass containers when I can. I just feel like I've been trying to utilize more like glass containers and things, or like stainless steel for stuff. Like I just did a swap of, I had these plastic measuring cups, and I just noticed that like after cooking with them for so long and whatever, that the plastic was just, it was starting to like break down. And like, I noticed that if I would like scratch it, like the plastic would come off under my nail or like the coating or whatever. And I was like, oh, I don't like love that. So I got rid of them and I invested in a stainless steel set of measuring cups. So I feel like that was a good little swap. Doesn't mean you have to do it. It's just something that I wanted to do for myself. I've also been cooking a lot more with like wooden utensils. And then even more recently than that, I was so lucky to have been given a set of beautiful and amazing cookware from Caraway. So Caraway is an amazing brand. They make pots and pans and cookware that are like non-toxic. They don't have some of the chemicals that occur in like pans like Teflon and things like that. It's ceramic coated cookware and it's amazing. I swear my food tastes so much better in it, and it just gives me a little peace of mind that like there's nothing in it that could release chemicals or toxins or anything like that, just for me. And again, I was super fortunate and lucky to have been given a set of ceramic pots and pans. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have made the switch, but just something else that I have been incorporating and loving. I also talked about how I've been sneaking like fruits and veggies into more of my meals, but also I've been making these for a couple months now. I don't care if they're like a super buzzword health hype thing. I love them. I have an obsession with ginger. It has come about in like the last year. So I've been making a lot of homemade ginger shots. And I took the switch and I bought these little glass containers off of Amazon just because, again, if I can package it in glass, that's my kind of new preference. They're easy to make and you can kind of customize the flavor if you want. But while we're here, let's go ahead and take my ginger shot for the day. Also, I learned that your body absorbs turmeric better when it's mixed with peppercorn, which is basically just black pepper. So I put a little bit of black pepper and turmeric in my ginger shots. That way I can get the health benefits of the turmeric because it's absorbed with peppercorn or something. I'll have to share the article. I read like a research article about it. Some other foods that I've been loving that are just like little swaps in my diet and just making better choices as far as like ingredients go. I'm a big fan of grabbing some kind of bar to go when I'm running errands for breakfast if I don't feel like having something big in the morning. One of my favorite bars are the That's It bars. I'll show like a little picture here because I actually don't have any. I just like them because first of all, they're really tasty and I think they're delicious, but also the ingredients, it's just the fruits in them. There's nothing else extra added. And I love that because if we can avoid the extra crap in some foods, like I opt for it. Another bar that I love so much, I get them at Trader Joe's, but you can get them pretty much anywhere, are these Go Macro bars. This is the peanut butter chocolate chip one. Oh, this is my favorite. Sometimes I eat these at the end of the day for a little something sweet. You know, you guys know I always gotta have a little something. But these are also a great midday snack, breakfast, whatever you want them to be. They just have like really good clean ingredients. It's a gluten-free bar, it's non-GMO, vegan, certified organic. I think that's really cool. Oh yeah, it literally says on the packaging. Mother-daughter owned and based in a small rural community, our mission is to spread awareness for a balanced plant-based lifestyle with products that make a positive impact on the planet. So I just really like the taste of the Go Macro bars, and I like that the ingredients are clean and they don't make me feel bloated or gassy or uncomfortable after I eat them. I've tried out so many freaking protein bars and other energy bars and all kinds of bars in my life, and I feel like these make me feel the best and I really enjoy the flavor. So another little swap I've been loving as far as like food goes is with my soda. So I love a Diet Dr. Pepper. I feel like I'm a little addicted to it and I feel like I drink a little too much of it. So I wanted to make a little swap. Doesn't mean I'm not drinking my Diet Dr. Pepper ever again, but I've been filling my fridge with a little bit of a healthier option. It still gives me the soda vibe, but it's not actually soda, but it is Olipop. They just recently came out with this cream soda one. It's really yummy. My favorite though, surprisingly, I do like the Dr. Goodwin. Does not taste like Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper or anything like that, but I like the flavor. And then I'd have to say maybe like the strawberry vanilla is my other favorite. Ooh, the root beer is really good too. The root beer is the most soda-like one of them all. And I don't even like root beer, but the root beer one's super good. But yeah, basically it has like prebiotics, plant fiber, and it gives you 9 grams of dietary fiber per can. So it's kind of like a win-win, especially if you're trying to fit in a little bit more fiber into your life. Okay, I want to share a few more products that I love that are super important to me, also in the wellness space. I talked a little bit how I think wellness also is like the clothes you wear, your hair care, skincare, things that make you feel good and make you feel your best. And first and foremost, I gotta say, you guys know I'm an Aerie ambassador, but also I love Aerie with my whole heart and soul. prior to becoming an ambassador for the brand, I always bragged about Aerie. I have so many of their leggings, so many of their clothes. And I also recommend finding brands that make you feel inspired and make you feel good or represented. And for me, that's Aerie. One of the perks of being an ambassador is being able to share with you guys a 20% off discount. So if you want to shop anything from Aerie, I'll have it linked below. It's not really a perk for me, it's more of a perk for you guys just to use that 20% off. So make sure you go buy yourself some good loungewear, something good, especially for the fall time coming up. Get some of those oversized sweaters. They're the best, trust me. Having a good skincare routine is very important to me, but also having sunscreen on is super important to me. Your skin is the largest organ on your body, so like why would you not want to take care of it? And also skin cancer is like so preventable in most cases, and it's very dangerous, or it can be very dangerous. So protect your skin, wear a little sunscreen, wear a hat, sunglasses, whatever it is. But I want to share a couple of my favorite sunscreens. I absolutely love the Supergoop one. I've talked about this one before. This is their Play Everyday Lotion. I have this. This is just, I feel like when I wear makeup, this is probably like the best to wear underneath my makeup. It just makes my makeup apply like really flawlessly. I don't have any issues. Has a great smell. I like it a lot. And then one of my newer favorite ones is this La Roche-Posay. This is their Anthelios sunscreen. This is their little facial sunscreen one. This one's like a really tiny bottle, but I also ended up buying it in this spray bottle as well. So this is just like if I'm going out, I can just do like a light spray over my arms, and even sometimes I will spray it over my face, like over my makeup, almost as like a setting spray for my makeup. But these are the same exact thing, just one's the spray bottle and one's like the little lotion. This is a little bit pricey, but I feel like it covers my skin so well. I don't have any like reaction to it, and I have really sensitive skin. It doesn't make me feel super oily and greasy, and I know I'm just being protected from the UV rays. All right, these are also my last two favorite products that I wanted to talk about, and I also want to give a huge shout out to a small business, because small businesses just need to be recognized more often. But this is Max Topicals. So a very sweet girl named Mackenzie, she's the owner of this company. She actually reached out to me through my email. The first thing I want to talk about is her CBD tincture. So this is a non-flavored CBD oil. It's just suggested use is that you take like one dropper by mouth and you can add it to food or drink. There's a lot of good research out there about like what CBD oil can do for you as far as like anxiety, sleep, just like feeling more relaxed. You can do your own research if you want, but when I tell you I've been taking like one drop at the end of the day, kind of like when I'm winding down for the evening, I've been feeling more relaxed. I've been sleeping better. I've been a lot calmer. I feel like my mind is not racing as much at the end of the day or when I'm trying to fall asleep. This is the CBD tincture. I'll have to check on her website if she has like flavored ones, but she did send me a non-flavored one because she said also if I wanted, I could give it to Daphne as well, because CBD oil can be used in pets. So I have yet to give it to Daphne, but I've been really loving it for myself. A little selfish there. She sent me a package of a couple of goodies from her website, but the other one that I've been loving so much is her lip balm. This is just a vegan CBD lip balm. You know, does this have any effect in my life? I don't know, but I love it so much. I just like that it's natural ingredients. She literally has the ingredients on the back. It's coconut oil, candelilla wax, essential oil, vitamin E oil, and CBD isolate. So again, just like something else I know the ingredients of. It's really clean and it's like supporting a small business as well. But she gave me the orange flavored lip balm and I love it a lot. And I'm gonna actually use some right now, but it's really nice, like really smooth, and it makes my lips feel super hydrated. You guys know I love my Aquaphor, but this is also something that I have been loving as well. And the orange scent is just like a nice touch. I love it a lot. The last thing that I wanna really mention in my health, wellness, fitness, kind of feeling better about myself is my desk and my treadmill. You guys have been asking for an update, and I'm here to tell you that definitely not a cheap buy by any means. I definitely had to invest in these two pieces of furniture, but when I tell you it has been a game changer, I'm not kidding. So ever since I shared that video with you guys of me kind of redoing and reorganizing my room, I am beyond grateful to have this standing desk, this adjustable desk, and my little portable small treadmill. It's been incredible to do some of my online work from home stuff at this adjustable desk. I just like can't sit still for the life of me. So having something like an adjustable desk to just raise up if I feel like just standing or stretching my legs out or working on my posture. Freaking love it. I cannot express how much I am so happy with the purchase. The treadmill has not caused me any problems in like the month or so that I've had it. The desk has been beyond perfect. I love the little charging ports on the side. I've had no issues with like the motor, like it going up and down, anything like that. It's a beautiful addition to my room as well. I love like the natural wood color and the white. You've been wanting it if like you needed a sign to just pull the trigger, get yourself a standing desk, a treadmill. This is your sign. Definitely do it. You won't regret it, especially if you work from home. I know this was a little bit of a different video in terms of style of what I normally upload, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe took something away from this. Find what makes you happy, find what makes you well, and go from there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.